My name is McKay Hathaway. I'm a group creative director at VMLY&R in Kansas City. With Wendy's, fresh, never frozen beef is one of our most important things that we can talk about, because when we talk about that and when we get that message across to consumers, the overall perception of our quality rises. And so it's something we always feel like we need to drive home, because it is a very distinguishing feature for us. It's something people care about, and it's something we care about. And the challenge for us is how do we keep delivering that message over and over and over in a way that doesn't get repetitive, in a way that doesn't get boring or mundane, in a way that people don't instantly ignore that. So how do we take this fresh, never frozen beef message and make it a fresh thing that consumers will not only listen to, but understand and act on? Our internal team, especially our social team, we work really hard to look for opportunities where we can join the conversation or be a part of something or influence the conversation in a way that we feel like will really connect with our fans. And Fortnite was something that we were interested as creatives and as just fans of gaming, and something that had been on our radar for a while. And as we saw this live event show up for this Team Burger versus Team Pizza Food Wars event on Fortnite, we knew there was something that we wanted to do. Fortnite has these live events where everybody can join in, and with this particular one, it was what they call the food fight, and it was Team Burger versus Team Pizza. In the game, on the map, they have restaurants. They had a restaurant called Der Burger, and they had I can't remember what the pizza restaurant was called, but they had these two restaurants in the game, like in the game world, in the game lore. And they did this live event where you picked a side, and it was, pizza versus burgers. And so everybody was kind of declaring their side. And even as a player, you declared your side, to pick which one you were going to defend. I think a skin came with it, depending on which team you picked and everything. And so there was a special limited time event where you had to pick a side and defend that side. And we just, we couldn't be Team Der Burger, because after a little investigating, we found freezers in the back house of the restaurant. So we knew we couldn't do that. Gaming is something we knew we wanted to do for a while. We'd started to kind of put out plans and ideas about what that looks like for Wendy's, for the brand. What's our gaming strategy? And this finally felt like the right time or the right opportunity to execute that. When it came to execution, we luckily had a PS4 already in the office. We created a Wendy's PlayStation account. We created a Wendy's Twitch account. We tweeted it out on Twitter like, hey, we're gonna go live. We're gonna take out some freezers in Der Burger and Fortnite. We had a link there to our Twitch account. And then we just started doing it. We would pick our character, who happened to be an existing character in the game. I think it was a Little Red Riding Hood play, but of course, red hair, pigtails, loved it. So we had to get her. So we got that skin, and then we just started doing it. There was one location on the map of Fortnite that had this big Der Burger. So we kind of let all of our fans know, like, hey, we're flying to this place, and we're gonna go take down those burger freezers. And we just started doing it. And as we started, we started early in the morning, plans to let's just stream all day, see how it goes, see if we get, any traction, and flew in and just started hacking the burger freezers in the game of Fortnite. When you're not shooting other people, you're tearing things down with a pickaxe to gather materials to build forts and everything. And so you had this pickaxe that's used to, break things and to tear things down. And so we would go into the Der Burger, we'd hack at those freezers and get rid of them. And eventually we'd end up just destroying the entire restaurants, because why not? And as we continued to play, more and more people, started hitting us up in the chat, wanting to join us. You can squad up, with a group of 4 in Fortnite. And so fans immediately started wanting to play with Wendy. And so, we would get people in, we would go down as a group of 4 and tear down this whole Der Burger building together, freezers first, obviously. And then, it turned into this thing because, you know, we didn't want to shoot anybody or do anything of that. You know, people were obviously there trying to stop us. I don't know if they were fully aware it was us as Wendy's tearing down freezers, but, you know, we had people start to defend Wendy, you know, so our little squad, we had this group that would protect us so we could execute our mission of destroying those freezers in Der Burger. Because it's a first for Wendy's to get into Twitch, it's like, what do those success metrics look like? You know, we don't really have much to compare it to. And so, you know, as we looked at, you know, how many people joined, you know, the attention that it got, you know, the news headlines, you know, I believe, you know, considering all the concurrent streamers and or people watching, I think there was over like 1.5 million minutes watched. And so that was like one thing that really stood out to us, was just people voluntarily, you know, watched what was basically a Wendy's commercial, you know, us destroying frozen beef because we only use fresh beef. And so that was a big metric that stood out to us, you know, 1.5 minutes watched, you know, collectively as a group. So that was one that was pretty powerful. We sell our mentions, you know, across all of our platforms. So that was another important thing. Our mentions across all platforms raised 120%. And so that was an important learning for us, that we can do something on Twitch, but it's going to have reach to all of our different platforms. So that was a big, that was an important metric for our clients to understand that, you know, Twitch is something we should definitely be doing, and it's something we've continued to do since, because it's not just contained to Twitch. You know, we usually push people there from our Twitter, and then what we do there on Twitch, you know, reaches out to all of our different channels. So that was an important metric for us as well. The only thing that they said was, you know, please don't have Wendy shoot anybody, and that was fair.